So, no plan. Heading to Edinburgh. It's a nice day, albeit freezing cold, hence the layers. See what's happening, take some pictures, climb some hills, hope for a nice sunset. Let's go, let's head into Edinburgh. So one of the problems with coming into the city on a Saturday, parking, this could take quite a while. So I want to just get in, hopefully take some shots. The weather's going to stay clear. Have a wee wander around, take some street shots maybe. And yeah, but first things first, let's find ourselves a parking spot. This is looking promising. I've always wanted to take a picture of these buildings up here. This is the Meadows in Edinburgh. Usually they've been scaffolding, there's been cranes all over the place just ruining it. So as you can see, they're quite new, mixed in amongst the old buildings in the middle of it. It just looks really quite stark. So I'm going to try and find a parking spot here, and just behind me is where the Meadows were. But yeah, it's so busy for parking. Permit holders. Everywhere you go, permit holders. Hardly any places to park just for us. Keep searching, keep searching. 10 minutes later, back here again, still no sign of a parking space. Found a place to park, fantastic. Happy days. But what I'm going to do, I'm just going to book in for 3 hours. 3 hours parking. I'm not going to move, I'm going to walk, go on foot, because it's just chaos. There's people walking out in front of you all over the place here. Everyone's out enjoying the weather. They're stuck in cars driving around trying to find parking spaces. So, ring goes on, 3 hours. Let's see what Edinburgh has to offer. So, the plan of action is, behind me, there's new buildings in amongst old buildings, and they've got a really nice kind of comparison going on there. I've been wanting to take that shot for a long time. The sun is quite nice, it's very low, it's winter, so it's not too glaring because there's an awful lot of glass in those buildings. But finally, there's no scaffolding, there's no cranes, there's no workers. It seems pretty clear and clean to do this shot finally. So we'll go over, it's going to be a panel, it's going to be mega wide, just with the nature of the shot. Lots and lots of buildings. We're going to try and get the whole extent in. And yeah, if we work, get everything going before my hands start to freeze. I've got gloves though. Got the gloves. I think the gloves might be coming out. Taking the shot as a portrait and then panelled right round to capture all these things, just stopping at the inevitable crane that's over there on the far right. So yeah, very simple, zero need for ND, soft grads, none of that kind of stuff. I'm not even bothered with a polarizer because I quite like the reflection coming off the glass. I'm glad I got that one in the bag. There's a wee bit of debris and rubbish in the front of the shot which I'll have to clean up and post. But apart from that, it should be a nice straightforward panel of some quite interesting new and old buildings put together in Edinburgh. Here's a bit of a close-up of the photos that have just been taken. There's that stark new dark building there. Lovely building. But in amongst that is this beautiful old building which used to be the hospital. So they worked really well, side by side, and even just taking pictures, architectural pictures of the main ones, which I have just done, which is here. There's just such nice contrast because they're so dark and they're not gloomy, they're just, they're striking. So that offset with some of the old red brick buildings really works out well. Everywhere you look around Edinburgh, just absolutely superb architecture. You can easily just wander around here, headphones on, head down, listening to your music without actually stopping and having a look at some of these utterly beautiful buildings. So it's nice to get the camera around your neck, have that mindset and go and look closely at these buildings and just see how they've been done. Either close-ups like that one I've just done, or the one earlier on where it was the panel of them all. It makes you fall in love with the city, and it is a great city. I am biased, I do live here.
It was always on fire, our house, our dreams. We were dancing on a wire, reckless.
So as I was saying, just wandering around aimlessly looking for nice compositions because the light is utterly beautiful at the moment. And I've just come across lovely wee street, Victoria Street, right in the middle of Edinburgh. And the way the sun is hitting, you see, the way the sun is hitting some of the buildings here, it really is beautiful, beautiful. Of course, all the buildings have got their Christmas decorations up and all that kind of good stuff. The only problem is the only real way to get a good composition here is to be in the middle of the road. As you can hear, it's pretty busy. But I want to get low. I want to get some of these cobbles. We've got cobbles here in Edinburgh, some of the old town. I really want to get some of that in the shot. So we're waiting for this car to go, and then I'll probably nip out. Won't bother with the tripod, obviously. Get low, try and get some of that. It's all kicking off. Try and get some of the cobbles in here. And see, there's other people doing the same thing. Look, quick. Isn't that brilliant, eh? Absolutely fantastic. Right, here we go. Tell you what, I'm going to put you away, back in my pocket, figuratively, and get the shot. Set myself a little bit of a rule today. I've got lenses in my bag, but I'm sticking with the 50mm, and because of that I'm having to do a little bit of stitching to try and get everything in. Kind of goes against the whole purpose of having lenses, but just wanted to stick with the 50. I quite like the shallow depth of field that I'm going to be able to use when it darkens up a wee bit. But yeah, it's interesting. You see a composition, it actually don't, until you hang around, you see how many other people either see you doing that same composition, or other people have got the same idea. And there was a guy back there vlogging as well. I was tempted to go and speak to him, see what he was up to. But he wasn't doing an awful lot of vlogging, he was mainly just taking photographs, but he had the whole road mic ensemble on top of his DSLR. So, and I thought, going through the Grassmarket, why not have a little visit to the Vennel? This is the Vennel, one of the most popular, if not the most popular, photography spots in Edinburgh. It's not great in the moment because, well, the lights aren't on for one thing. Sky's a bit drab. But at night time, just as the sun is going down, you've got a lovely glow towards behind the castle actually. And if you set yourself just up here, you get these old lamps lighting up, illuminating the steps, leading your eye into Edinburgh Castle. Now, we have got quite nice light, so it would be kind of rude not to get the stuff out and take a photo. So for this one, I have shot this shot before, and I was round about here, high up, taking a shot. So just for variation, actually, here's a picture of that one here. So you get an idea of the slightly different angle, slightly different setup, where as you can see, I've been setting up down here. For something a bit low, actually I kind of like to be lower looking up, but this tripod is not allowing me to go any lower because of the middle column there. It's pretty much just touching on the ground now. But it's okay, it's a wee bit different. As I said, the light's really nice, but you really need to wait quite a wee bit longer for the actual street lights to come on, get a wee bit more atmosphere. But we'll see what we can do in post. Might be able to magically turn lights on. Do a bit of Lightroom editing there. So what I'm going to do here, I am going to bracket, because there's a lot of there's a lot of information. In the shadows, you've got rock face, you've got castle, and you've got all that different kind of brickwork that we can see. So there's a lot going on, obviously, and the bright sky as well, with the sun coming down over to the left. So we'll take a couple of shots here. It's just, since we were passing, I thought I'd show you guys some of the sights of Edinburgh, some of the places to take photographs. And this place it's renowned, but they're always quite different, some of the photographs that are taken here. So it's worth a visit. It's just a beautiful view anyway. So here we go, bit of bracketing, and we'll see how it turns out. Just got in the nick of time. As I said, it's one of the most popular places to photograph Edinburgh, especially the castle. And as you can see behind me, sure enough, three or four other photographers just arrived. Some of them hung around, the other few just decided to leave because it was too busy for them, or they weren't quite happy with the light. Getting on a wee bit, so we're thinking of possible sunsets and lights coming on, and the best way to get that is to head to the east end of Princess Street and try and get some kind of composition up there, of which there are plenty, but we've got the Christmas market in as well, so that might add a bit of interest regarding lights. When the sun goes down, it'd be quite nice. You get Ferris wheel and it's called the High Flyer, which is this huge big ride that spins round. So might be able to catch some of that long exposure with moving lights. Bit of light trails. Add something a wee bit different that you can only really get at this time of year in Edinburgh. So I don't even know my way around my own city. Let's go through the Princess Street Gardens, cut through that way, head towards the east end of Princess Street. Probably taking a wrong turn here. Get over to the east side of Edinburgh, got to go through the market. This is us in the centre of the market. Chaos. So there's a promising looking sky behind us. It might get nice for a sunset. First things first, we've got to get through the crowds at the Edinburgh German market. Or is it the German Edinburgh market? Christmas market. Call it a Christmas market. They sell lots of German stuff in Edinburgh. I don't even think I'll be able to stop and take a photo. It's just so busy. It's like walking through a hive of people. Great atmosphere though. Made it through the throngs of Christmas shoppers. It was tough, it wasn't easy. But we're now at the east end of Princess Street and we're going to head up, or we are halfway up, Calton Hill. And the sky is looking really nice. Just hopefully manage to get up here and find a space to take some shots. Because again, like the Vennel where we were at earlier, this is a very, very popular place to go to take photographs of Edinburgh, especially on a weekend. A lovely light, and we get the market underneath it, the street lights lighting up. All comes together to be a really nice shot. So we'll see if we can find a spot, set up, get my breath back. Yay. This is going to be a bit of a challenge. But what a sky. What a beautiful sky. Let's just try and figure out where we can go without being rude to other photographers. There's a lot of people here just with the little... There's a lot of people here just taking photos on their phone, which is good. Hopefully we'll be able to find a spot that doesn't get in anyone's way, but manages to catch everything. So let's go around here. This is usually a good one, but looking busy. This is the setup. I've just popped a polarizer on this. Catch out some of that glare. It's always good just to pop it on just in case. And I've taken a couple of shots just because the sky is really nice at the moment. See if I can show you those. Really just focusing and going for the catching the sky. And what will happen soon, it's starting to happen already, is the street lights will come on. Slowly, but slowly, the lights are turning on. Well, absolutely frozen to the bone, but it was worth it. Hopefully get some good shots from there. As I said, it's been a long wait from the time the sky looks impressive to eventually the streetlights illuminate the cityscape below. So there's a lot of waiting, a lot of hanging about, a lot of rubbing of the hands, keep them warm, even with mitts on. Still kind of losing feelings at ends of my fingers. But it's nice to be up there. It's lovely to watch the sunset over Edinburgh. It's always a magical experience. It's absolutely beautiful. Anyone is planning a trip to Edinburgh, that is one thing. Even if you're not into photography, just to head up there with a flask of hot chocolate and watch the sunset behind the castle. It really is. It's beautiful. Hopefully the pictures I've just taken do it justice. So we'll soon see. But right now we're going to head back to the car, which is quite a wee bit away, and then back home and have some mulled wine. I'll warm myself up with some mulled wine. It's that time of year after all, isn't it? So if you did enjoy my video, please like, subscribe and comment, all that good stuff. Also there'll be links in the part below, Instagram and Facebook, all that kind of good stuff. So until next time, in the next video. Catch you guys later. See ya.